Hi guys, welcome to Val's Kitchen Eats, and today we're going to be making spaghetti with seared chicken and white onion sauce. I'm so hungry, so let's just get into it. Here's the ingredients that you will need. Okay guys, so I have my onions peeled and I'm gonna just cut them in half like that. And I want these onions to still have some texture to it, not just fall apart in my sauce. If I wanted them to fall apart, I would slice them in rings just like that, but I'm going to slice them this way. Okay, so that's the difference, and they will not fall apart as easy in our sauce while cooking. They're still gonna have that little texture to them. Okay, so at this point, I'm gonna work on my little cheesecloth here. So all these spices are gonna infuse our sauce, but they're not gonna be floating around in there. So I got peppercorns, I got a little bit of the red pepper flakes, and I got 2 cloves in here, just like that. Nice bay leaf, a little thyme, and what I'm gonna do is just close it up like this. Okay. Take a little string, tie it up. Once it infuses my sauce, then I could just toss it, throw it out, and we're good to go. I don't have to fish them out. They're not gonna have that unpleasant look floating around in the sauce. All right, so that's ready. Okay, so let's begin by cooking our chicken. Okay, so I got this pot heating. I'm gonna put my oil in there, good amount. I started by seasoning my chicken with salt and pepper on all sides. Once the oil gets nice and hot, I'm gonna start placing the chicken in there, skin side down, and searing it, just like that. The oil, let's see, not yet. I want that sizzle. I want it hotter than that. And what I did was, before I seasoned the chicken, I took some paper towels and I really dry the chicken up, kind of squeeze all the moisture out of it. So the chicken is nice and dry. It's gonna crisp up a little bit better. And it's gonna be nicer on presentation as well. So, okay, that's what I want it. Skin side down, just like that. Put them in. Okay, they all fit. You don't want to overcrowd it. I would not be making a second layer on top of this chicken, but as long as you have full contact, the skin is touching the pan the way you want it, just like that, then you're good to go. You can continue to cook. If I had more chicken, then I'll cook it in batches. It'll just take a little longer. Right, so I'm gonna leave it in the pan undisturbed for, I would say, maybe 2 to 3 minutes, and then I'm gonna lift one piece and kind of see if it's the caramelization that I'm looking for on the skin. If it is, then we're gonna sear it on the other side. So we'll see you in 2 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 2 minutes now. The chicken was cooking at medium-high heat, and let's check on the skin. Okay. And that's the gold color that you're looking for. A seared, beautiful. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just transfer it over to the other side like that. Okay. And we're not looking to cook this chicken all the way through. We're just getting that beautiful sear, and then it's going to go back in my plate right over here. It's going to continue to cook in the sauce. All right. So let's check on our chicken on the other side. And that's what we're looking for. Skin. Nice and crispy, beautiful. And we're going to transfer it to the plate. You can see all that beautiful flavor that has built up on the bottom of this pot, and then my onions can just go in right in there. And I'm going to cook these onions for about 4 or 5 minutes. And I'm not looking to caramelize them. I don't want no extra color on them. I just want them to get nice, soft. They're still going to be cooking at medium high, but all I'm looking for them is to just soften up a little bit, and then we can continue making the sauce. Okay, our onion's been cooking for about 6 minutes. They kind of picked up a lot of flavors from the bottom. And it is time for us to put our, I'm going to push the onions a little bit to the side, put the butter in, melt the butter in there, and right into the butter, put a little flour. Cook the flour without browning it. We want our sauce to stay as white as possible. A little more. Right into the onions. And at this point, the flour has cooked somewhat, and we can put our chicken stock or base, whatever you guys have, in there. Okay. We need a little bit of water. A little bit of water. And at this point, I can put the cream slowly. Okay. Cream is in. We can season some salt, and the chicken goes in just like that. Same layer, just how you cooked it. It'll fit in just like this. I'll put the legs because they're going to take a little longer to cook than the breast. I'm going to put them in the middle because there's usually a little more heat in the middle of the pot or the pan that you're cooking than the sides. And that's it. At this time, we will just make sure that it's simmering. Okay, that means it's nice and hot, and I'm going to put my lid on top. And in about 3-4 minutes, I'm going to just check, make sure that it's not boiling too hard or anything, but at low heat, you should be just fine. And that's going to continue to cook, I would say, for at least about 25 minutes. And then we'll check on doneness. We'll see you then. Okay, so this is just a little extra bonus. You guys obviously don't have to do this, but for presentation, why not? So I'm going to take a little bit of that pasta that we're going to cook, put a little bit of oil on the pan, kind of coat that pasta all in oil, olive oil. Okay, like this. Okay, separate it a little bit. And I got my oven heating at 350 degrees, and I'm gonna put it right in there just for a few minutes. About, I would say 6 minutes or so should do the job. They're gonna toast up nicely and they're gonna be edible, but also give that little presentation, a little touch to the plate. And I set my pot here on the lowest setting. Let's check on it. Okay, so time to just make sure to taste the sauce. This will be a good time to add any seasoning, salt. Good. Needs nothing. And again, low heat. We do have cream in there, and we have the flour to keep that cream together, but you don't want to take a chance, because if the sauce is gonna overheat, get too hot, it can break, because we did put chicken stock in there. So that can just separate your sauce. So make sure you guys keep an eye, extremely important. You have to keep the temperature on the lowest setting. The longer it'll cook, the better. So the more tender your chicken will be. And I will be checking my chicken with this thermometer here, looking for the chicken to reach 165-degree temperature. Once it does, the sauce is over, the chicken is done, and then we'll be ready to plate. Okay, so it's time to check on our garnish. Okay, that's what you're looking for, that golden beautiful color. You see how it's bubbling up right here, certain spots. So it's totally edible at this time. Just took a few minutes. I'm gonna put it right here to cool off, and it's time to cook our pasta. Okay, water's boiling. Season the water. Season it as if it's ocean water, nice and salty. A little bit of olive oil. And you guys might ask, why is he using this little shallow pan to cook his pasta? Because I'm using my big pans for our other video here, making a chicken stock and stuff. So, but it's okay, it'll work out. I've cooked it in here before. Usually you want more water for the pasta to kind of float in there and have a good time, but this will work out just fine. I've done it before, I can do it again. All right, so basically just cooking your pasta the way you do. Okay, our chicken's been cooking for about 30 minutes. Let's check. Okay. Sauce looks good, the onions look good. Okay, it's time to add our creme fraiche. This part is totally optional. You guys, if you don't have creme fraiche, you can add sour cream. Sour cream has a little more of that tangy. This one is more like a mellow, nice flavor to it. So creme fraiche even goes in a lot of desserts. All right, it's very balanced, easy on the palate. So I'm gonna just add a little bit for creaminess and let it kind of melt right into that sauce. And cover up, give it maybe 2 minutes just so it warms up. And then we're gonna be ready to plate. I do have my pasta ready. All I did is strain it. Once I did that, I had a little bit of butter, a little salt, tossed everything up. So now it's just waiting to be eaten. Okay, so it's time to plate. Okay. Like that. Second one. Twist with the fork. Okay. This one's for Dennis. We'll give him a little extra. Okay. Dennis. All right. Like that. Okay, so time to get our chicken, and it's 2 pieces per person, so I'm gonna put one here, and let's give a breast like this. Okay, time to plate our sauce that goes right over the pasta with that beautiful onion. Just like I said in the beginning of the video, a little texture to it. Okay, a little more here. You guys gonna try this sauce? Oh, it is amazing. It is a delicious sauce. You're gonna be making it for everyone you know. Okay, time to clean our plate a little bit. Okay. This is more like a home style portion, and this right here is going to be more like a restaurant where the portions are not too big because you have an appetizer. And just for a little garnish, I have some of this pepper strings right here. Put them on top. We'll hit it with a little bit of parsley. All right, and that little garnish I told you guys about. We don't need it that long. Put them right here. Let's give it a little more. Okay. Okay. So this is the plate. All right. Alright, I'm ready to sample it. Let's do it. Alright guys, it's time for the taste test. So let me just get it back closer to the camera. This is what we have, our plate. Okay. And let's dig in. Alright. Piece of chicken. Oh my God. Look how juicy that chicken is. That's the breast. Okay. Let's see. Some sauce. Mmm. Mmm. Oh my God. This was worth waiting for. The sauce is so creamy. You got so much flavor, that sweetness from the onion. I mean, this whole dish is really, really good. The crispiness on the chicken is still, it's not crispy, but you can taste that pan-seared flavor from the chicken, the spices that we put on there. This is a really good one. This is the one you put on your menu. All right, I had a lot of fun putting this dish together for you guys. So please subscribe, like, pass on the word. We'll be making a lot more videos. Hit that bell notification so you stay tuned. And we'll see you for our next videos. Have a good one.